Sir, what impact do you believe the recent Knesset legislation against UNRWA will have on the education, healthcare and social services available to Palestinian refugees?
I believe that the UN Security Council has clarified that the Israeli attempts to undermine the work of UNRWA and banning its work in Gaza and in the West Bank is a clear evidence that there is an attempt to starve tens of thousands of people. Even the representative of the United States in the United Nations expressed his concerns, and he said that there are aids that should be delivered to the residents and they are in great danger. However, these resolutions and stances are not actually implemented or practically implemented unless the Security Council takes an abiding decision that makes Israel accountable for everything that takes place in Gaza Strip.
Sir, could these new legislative moves against UNRWA influence international support or actions from the United Nations bodies regarding Palestine, which the situation has become very grisly, sir?
The situation is really bad, and there are international efforts and attempts that are countering the Israeli policies that can take stances in case everybody agreed on them, and in case there are Arab international movement against Israel, because the situation is very bad and there is starvation or famine inside Gaza Strip. It's beyond being catastrophic. There is collective death by the siege and the banning of aids.
Okay, sir, in your view, how might the international community respond to Israel's recent legislation, and what impact could this have on future UN peacekeeping or relief efforts in Palestinian territories?
Provided it has no alternative at this point, especially that the health institutions and relief institutions are totally destroyed in Gaza Strip. There should be pressure on Israel. Even the American representative admitted this today in the meetings of the General Assembly and of the Security Council, that Israel does not fulfill its commitments and they do not allow the access to humanitarian aids. People should be saved, especially that Israel is violating its commitments given that it's a member in the United States.
Sir, how is today's UN Security Council session expected to address the ongoing situation in Palestine, especially considering recent escalations?
I believe that the Security Council is unable because of the international division, and it's due to the lack of ability to take an international decision that makes Israel accountable for its actions. This is due to the division in the whole world and the competition between Russia, China and the United States and the permanent member states in the Security Council that are still disagreeing on many international security issues, and these issues has to be tackled with dialogue away from the war. That's why Gaza is in the middle of this competition.
Sir, finally, how will we reach a ceasefire as soon as possible? Because what's happening is unprecedented and cannot continue.
There is an Egyptian initiative and Arab efforts to reach a ceasefire. There are mediation and negotiations taking place currently, but these mediations and efforts should find a way to make Israel committed and bind Israel to implement these resolutions under the item number 7. But Netanyahu does not care about any diplomatic or political efforts. He's just conducting maneuvers to gain time until the end of the American elections.